surely not.
Well, this is...
Antonio, I've got a soft spot for him,
Yeah.
and I think he'll always cause havoc and get 6.5 is a decent price. I mean, even if he's not playing down the middle, I think he'll get double figures for goals. But it's all about staying fit, and that is a massive. That's not certain by any means, is it? Because I think he's always struggled with that.
Just before we mention some more bargains, because I know just before we came on air, David was telling me a few as well. I've just put a picture up of someone who I don't think is a bargain. I don't know what either of you two think. Nick
Here
Pope,
we go.
5.5.
Oh,
Now, for me, no. Because
he's been getting a lot of flack on Twitter, Pope 5.5. I think that's a fair price.
I agree.
I think it's what he should be priced. He can't be a 6 million. He can't be a 5 million. He has to be 5.5. But for me, that counts him out for me. But
I just think, like, if you think about some people are annoyed because he's 5.5, because normally you don't want a 5.5 goalkeeper, because normally they're like a Spurs goalkeeper, Man United goalkeeper, the kind of goalkeeper that will maybe keep 15 clean sheets but make hardly any saves. But this is a guy that will get that many clean sheets, possibly, and make the saves and get the bonus. So you said, like, he is worth 5.5, but I still think that he's going to annoy a lot of people, because I think he'll carry on delivering. And him being 5.5 means the pool of people annoyed by him still delivering is just going to get bigger and bigger and bigger. And anyone just sat there with him for the whole season could get another 170 points, and they don't have to touch their goalkeeper all season. So he's in my team at the moment.
Yeah, I mean, what he got is if you go Pope and a 4 million keeper, you got a 9.5 setup. You can go a 9 and rotate 2 4.5s, but then you've got the rotation, and that's never easy, is it? Right. So if you get for 0.5 more, it's a set and forget. But obviously it depends. Burnley's, are they going to be as resolute as last season? Is he going to turn in with the bonus? I mean, Burnley keepers traditionally do well, don't they? I mean, I could go and goal for Burnley and probably get decent amount of points. I mean, it's the way it is. It seems to be the rule. The way they set out, they encourage long shots. That gets him save points, and they're tight at the back, aren't they? I mean, they have moments where they look, like they're going to concede goals, but over the season it seems to level out. They get 14, 15 clean sheets, and that's what happened. So I don't know. I think it's a real tough decision in goal. I probably will go with 2 4.5s because I fancy myself being able to work out a rotation, but I always cop that up, so we'll see.
I always think of rotation. I think people think of rotation in terms of the fixture, saying, "Oh, they've got a tough fixture, they've got an easy fixture, do it like that." And I always think of the rotation in terms of I like to have a backup. I've sort of got a main 4.5 and a backup 4.5, or a 4 million if you're lucky. And I think, that one I'll play mostly. But if it doesn't kind of work out, I can move quickly there, and I don't have to use a transfer, because I think this season I want to use my transfers to move out my heavy hitters and get the best captain, hopefully. But I think there is going to be choice with 4.5. And just while we're on air, I believe there was some news coming in around Ramsdale possibly going to Sheffield United.
Bournemouth have accepted a bid,
reluctantly. So we could be looking at a 4.5 option there for Sheffield United. Obviously Henderson did the business for them there, but they have a good defence, and I like the look of that. Matt Ryan as well at Brighton did really well last season, and I think he's a really good option. McCarthy at Southampton, someone I've always liked, really good for points, good for bonus, good for good for saves as well. Southampton defence looked incredible towards in lockdown period at times. I think was it the City game where we commented on the Scoutcast. It could easily have been some kind of Italy World Cup squad. It was just amazing defence, which Jack Stevens was wow. So there are options there, and I like the game within a game. When I first started doing this, like a million years ago, well, not as long as you, Mark, but about 12 years ago I did it. A young lad, David James at Portsmouth, and then the Fulham keeper as well, Schwarzer. It just goes on, and they do Fabianski, another one. I love getting those bargain goalkeepers that at a time no one has, and they end up like going, how have they got 9 points, 10 points this week? I love it. That's the game within a game I like, but I can understand it. Getting Nick Pope 5.5. On paper, it's nice and easy, I guess.
Yeah, you don't want to think about the keeper position, really, and that's why rotation sometimes doesn't appeal to me. You don't want that dilemma as well as the captaincy, do you? And, we're going to have probably cheap defenders to rotate as well, so it's maybe giving yourself a bit much to worry about. Martinez at Arsenal as well. He's at
Yeah.
4-5. Is he going to keep? I mean, if he
Wow.
nails down that start, he had a great end of the season. And believe it or not, we're then looking at the Arsenal defence to get us some points, which sounds ridiculous, but they did all right towards the end. And Arteta has
definitely.
A bit. So
Yeah, I had Leno towards the end of last season for that reason. The Arsenal defence was starting to look good. What's interesting about some teams as well, so for example last season Chelsea were pretty underpriced. Let's just say, I mean, the likes of Mount, Pulisic, Abraham, they were very underpriced options for what they delivered, because Chelsea hadn't had such a great season the time before, and I think Arsenal will be a bit like that. Now I know Aubameyang's coming at 12 million, but I think there could be a value across the Arsenal squad, particularly in defence with Arteta. I think they're a team on the up. If he can sort of cement his ethos into that side, and so Arsenal could be a team to target for looking for value, as well as captaincy shouts like Aubameyang. But yeah, all these questions will be answered as the season progresses.